Hello students, welcome to our channel Learn from Bone Teachers. This is the part 5 video from the chapter Human Health and Diseases. Today we are going to learn about the structure of HIV virus and how it is replicates inside our body. In the previous part we have discussed about AIDS in detail and had an introduction to HIV virus. So those who missed the part 4 video, please do watch for better understanding. The link is given in the description. So move on to today's topic. In previous part, we already discussed what stands for HIV. It is Human Immunodeficiency Virus. It is a retrovirus and the genetic material is RNA. So do you know what is meant by retrovirus? Retroviruses have an enzyme called the reverse transcriptase. As I mentioned, HIV has RNA as genetic material. But after entering into human body, or we can say once inside the host cell cytoplasm, they produce DNA from their RNA genome by using reverse transcriptase enzyme. This process is called the reverse transcription. Students, what I mentioned, their RNA converted into DNA by the enzyme reverse transcriptase, and the process is called the reverse transcription. If we are looking into the structure, their size is approximately 100 nanometer in diameter. Outside, it has a lipid envelope. In this figure, the dark brown circle is the lipid envelope. This envelope has two glycoproteins. One is transmembrane glycoprotein GP41, the yellow one. Another is surface protein which projects outside named as GP120. In this figure, the blue circles. These two proteins are responsible for attachment with the host cell. Beneath the envelope or inside the viral envelope is the matrix. Matrix protein named P17. And the core proteins are P24 and P6. P6 is not marked in this diagram. So we can learn the core part with another diagram. In this figure, you can see the core parts more clearly. The core proteins are P6 and P24. P6 is the outer protein and P24 is the inner protein. The nucleocapsid protein is P7, which is bound or attached to the RNA. Within the viral core lies two copies of viral RNA genome. It has a diploid RNA genome. Together with the three important enzymes, protease, which we can see as a green bubble, integrase, somewhat violet in color, and reverse transcriptase, white in color. Now let's talk about HIV replication, how it is multiplies within our body. HIV first attacks macrophage cells. Macrophage cells also have CD4 receptor molecules. HIV makes attachment with the macrophage CD4 receptor through their surface glycoprotein GP120. See this figure. Surface protein GP120 of virus is exactly complementary to CD4 of the host cell or macrophage cell. Next diagram, we can see the binding occurs between CD4 and GP120. So listen, viral GP120 binds initially to this CD4 molecule, which then triggers a conformational change in the host cell envelope that allows binding of another co-receptor, which is required for the fusion between virus envelope and cell plasma membrane. After the fusion, remember only the capsid enters into the host cell. Outer envelope do not enter into the cell. See this figure. Capsid And inside the capsid, the RNA and the three essential enzymes reverse transcriptase, integrase, and protease are present. So the whole HIV virus do not enter into our cell. Only the core part only enters. After entering, the protease enzyme breaks the capsid and they release the viral RNA into the cytoplasm of host cell. Then the main event starts, replication. Viral RNA replicates into viral DNA. We know HIV RNA is single stranded and it is attached with the enzyme reverse transcriptase. See the figure. Slowly it started to move over the RNA and start to make DNA. In the third figure, the newly formed HIV single stranded DNA you can see as in the light brown color. Slowly, RT or reverse transcriptase forms a complete single stranded DNA. And later it converted to a completed double stranded DNA. See this figure. First, single stranded RNA converted to single stranded DNA. We can say complementary DNA. Then it converted to double stranded DNA. Now the third enzyme, integrase, comes to act. They integrate the viral DNA into host DNA. So the protease enzyme role to break the capsid, reverse transcriptase done the reverse transcription process, and integrase integrated the viral DNA into host DNA. So what we learned? Newly formed viral DNA gets integrated or incorporated with the host nuclear DNA and direct the cell to produce virus particles. Whenever the host cell undergoes division, virus particles also divides. Since all this event happens in the macrophage cell, these cells are called the virus factory. So one single virus enters into body and produce large copies in the macrophage cells. These copies are called the virus particles. From macrophage, HIV enters helper T cells. Since it also have the CD4 receptor and reproduce and release large number of progenies into the blood. This large number of progenies of virus attack fresh helper T cells. This cycle will continue and slowly the number of helper T cells start to decrease. Since these cells have significant role in the immunity, the decrease in the number of T cell results the person to be more prone to get infection. And HIV is a lifelong infection. See this figure. HIV infects helper T cell same as macrophage cell. First insert RNA into the cell, makes viral DNA, incorporate with the host DNA and makes more viral particles. Now let's see the diagram given in the NCERT book. For exam point of view, this diagram is very important. See, first the retrovirus infects a normal cell. RNA introduced to the cell. The cell we can consider as macrophage. By reverse transcription, they produced viral DNA and incorporated into the host DNA. I have modified the diagram for easy understanding. The bluish color part is viral DNA and the black color part is the host DNA. Later, new viruses produced and new virus can infect other cells. Which cells? Yes, helper T cells. And the person start to lose immunity. As the person loses more T cells, immunity becomes very weak. And the person frequently gets fever, diarrhea and weight loss. As this stage progresses, we know the stage is called the AIDS. The immune system completely collapses and finally the person dies with uncontrollable infections. Students, we have learned AIDS and HIV virus. Then, how we can know whether we have infected with HIV? The test is called the ELISA, Enzyme Linked Immunosorbent Assay. If the result becomes positive, we have to confirm it by another test called the Western blot. And we know there is no complete cure for AIDS. Only solution is we can take antiretroviral drugs. This is also partially effective. Drugs prolong the patient's life but cannot prevent the death. So this is very important to know how we can prevent AIDS. Prevention is the best option since there is no cure. One is safety of blood during transplantation. Use of disposable syringes and needles in hospitals, dispensaries and clinics. Free distribution of condoms, control of drug abuse, awareness program on safe sex, blood transfusion, etc. And most importantly, regular screening. NACO or NACO, National AIDS Control Organization, and some other NGOs are doing education and awareness about HIV and AIDS. And December 1st is considered as World AIDS Day. Students, the session ends here. If you find it as useful video, please subscribe our channel, share with your friend. And if you like the video, please press the like button. Thank you for watching.